Hey, Roger Martin here from Billings, Montana. Good day. The previous video talks about Schiff fighting uh, lawyers, Trump lawyers, and other people from getting Judicial Watch from getting the phone records. So I'm sure they've already got the records of that, but legally, what are they going to do to get that stuff out and released so he can be fully brought under the legal system and be exposed for the traitor he is? Now let's go to some of these medical cures and other things by Q.
Days. And this drug was used for malaria. Now, what's very interesting about this, and let's just go to post 762, and this is February 15, 2018, and it says, and I'm going to read at the bottom here, watch the news, RE, new drugs coming out, flu, dirt, next. What a coincidence. Then we're going to go to post 734. This is February 11, 2018. And it says, and Anon linked an article, the Wall Street Journal, experimental drug promises to kill the flu virus in a day. And it says, what a coincidence. This board has more power and influence than anyone comprehends. And then we move to post 735, and it says, and this is from an Anon, Q, how long will we have to wait for the cures of cancer and other sicknesses? Q says, chatter amongst those in control has begun. They know, which means the public will know. Release prior to cover-up. Public informed and collapse. Which option? So Q is talking to the pharmaceutical companies. Now, think about what is happening right now. If you know the deep state playbook and you know that there's a cure out there, how do you start the narrative? If you have the cure, how do you start removing the panic and fear? Trump has already done this. He's starting the narrative. It has begun. Why did he start doing this? Because he wanted to get it out into the public domain. The mainstream media is going to run with it. I saw some articles in the mainstream media saying, oh, it's approved for one disease, but not approved for this disease. Now, that makes no difference, and I'm going to tell you why. We need to remember that Trump brought up the right to try. Now, he signed this drug bill back in 2018. What does this mean? The right to try was allowing those who are terminally ill to try drugs to help them. So under this bill, the right to try, you can now try these types of medications to try to help you. Now, do you think Trump already knew that this was going to happen? Everything has been in place since the beginning. And Nan Hayworth, MD, tweeted out the following. A drug or biological can legally be prescribed for an off-label purpose once it has been approved by the FDA, even if the approval was for another purpose. It does not have to undergo further clinical trials to be legal, though clearly evidence gathering is important and prudent. Now, think about this for a second. What is today's date? It's the 19th. We just started a new season. It's called spring. Why did POTUS announce a possibility of a cure the first day of spring? Did he just fulfill marker number one? This is going to be a hot spring and summer. This whole thing has begun. And Anon on the boards lays this out. And this is what it says. How do you force the release of the cures? How do you break the grip of Big Pharma? How do you explain the economy crashing without admitting you are breaking up the corporate monopolies? How do you drive...
How do you change the corporate monopolies? How do you change Big Pharma without causing panic? And there's so much more involved in this. Oh my God.
all the bad manipulated money out of the stock market? How do you get all the people, regardless of race, class, political affiliation, to work together? How do you justify taking control of the economy and banking system away from the Fed? How do you prevent mass casualty events? How do you restrict travel to make sure they can't escape? How do you seize evidence and property without media and public interference? How do you accomplish all of that without mass panic? the best plan ever. And this is how you do it. This is just the beginning, the story.
All right, we're going to leave it there. This is more involved than I even guessed. And if any of this is even partly true, this spring, later spring and summer are going to be incredible for changing things over, corporation-wise, globally, and pharmaceutical-wise, medical-wise, uh, employee payroll-wise, and business-wise. Just phenomenal. It's Roger Martin from Billings, Montana. This is a good X-22 report to look at carefully. Good day.